Hello there, everyone. I know there's probably nobody here, but hi, hello, welcome to the 150 follower special. I've got a friend here. Can the friend say hi?
Bonjour. Ho, ho, ho. Hi.
She doesn't follow directions.
Hey, no, I did follow directions. You said to say hi.
I
You
said
did not
hi. You
say
did not say hi. You said
that. That.
bonjour. You
Wait,
went
wait. You said
offensive.
wait. You said to say hi. You never said in what language to say hi in.
Bonjour is not even hi, it's hello. Salut
It
is
works.
hi.
Well, yeah, but it works just the same. Also, I would have said hi in Polish, but Duolingo apparently doesn't think hi is the first thing you should learn.
Fair. I don't have that as a thing anymore. What? Okay. Um,
I could teach you a phrase in Polish that my mom used to say all the time.
how inappropriate
Just
is it?
I was going to say just don't tell it just don't say it to anybody who actually speaks the language. They'll be very offensive. They'll be very offended.
Then let's. Okay, you say it and
How
I
about
will not repeat it.
here. How about this? I teach you a very nice and pleasant thing to say that will make everyone happy.
Okay.
Function.
Function?
Yes, that means thank you.
Aw, that's cute. I know how to do oh, I'm not a VTuber. Whoops. Anyways, I know how to do thank you and you're welcome in sign language.
I do too.
Yeah,
In dance class,
those are
we
pretty easy.
had to do sign language in a dance.
Mm,
And also, my great aunt was deaf, and she taught me some sign language when I was a kid.
fair.
Yeah, we can just talk in sign language, and no one will understand.
Fair, fair. So you are aware what I do for my specials, right? We've done it
Yes.
once. Okay.
Yeah, I was here
So,
last time.
yeah, I know, but I wanted to make sure you remembered. It's been a while. So,
Look, my memory might be bad, but it's not that okay. It is that bad, but
so,
I remembered.
yes. So, we have, so earlier today, I asked you to send me your favorite romance trope because I knew it'd be something you'd like. So, I have to make sure you're interested in this as well. And you chose fake dating.
Yes, I love that trope. It is one of my favorites. I don't have a favorite. It's just a big group of tropes. My favorite is fake dating, enemies to lovers, and grumpy sunshine all rolled into one, but I don't think you would be able to find that on such short notice.
No, especially with what I got. This is the one I got was one of two. And the other one, like, so I sent you one. I can say the names because nobody can find them yet. But it was either Sweet Tooth or Two's Company, but Six is a Scheme, I think was what it was called. Which, gonna be honest, love the name. Yeah, Two's a crowd, Six is a scheme. Love the name.
Oh,
Um,
definitely.
but I didn't like the ship pairing. And I think
Oh,
this one you're gonna like a little bit better.
is this in a fandom?
What?
Is this in a fandom?
Yes.
What
Um,
fandom, if you don't mind me asking?
DSMP.
Oh, okay. It took me a minute. There's like 5 different SMPs that are all abbreviated to that.
Fair. The Dream SMP. The Dream SMP.
Yes. Okay.
Um, so like what I did last time, I do have a bit of a message from a friend, um, who kind of basically encouraged me to start this. So I don't know. Do you want to listen to it as well? I can see if I can figure out how to get it to work properly on your side.
What I can do is I can just mute and deafen myself and then just listen to the stream audio.
Oh, fair, fair. I can do that. Or I think there's a way I could technically do. Okay. So this
Well,
exists, but it's only a black screen for some stupid reason.
well, yeah, all you have to do is if you are okay, so if you are sharing specifically the exact tab,
Mhm. I know.
I can hear the audio from it.
Yeah. I know that.
Just do that.
Okay. So yeah, you can hear this. Okay.
Yeah.
So, it's yeah, I'll just play the audio. I've not heard this as well, by the way. I just said make this and she did. So, yeah,
Okay.
let's listen to it.
Hello, this is Inky Jaguar checking back in. How's everybody doing? Nah, I just want to shout out to all the people who are following my good friend Alyssa here. You're taking care of my girl, man. She is so amazing, and I'm so glad. Ooh, sorry, it's the 4th of July. um, but I want you guys to all know that she's absolutely awesome and she is so freaking cool, and I'm glad you all see it too. So please go and subscribe to her, follow her, like watch her videos, share them, bring your friends over, just have a good time because she's so chill. And it just feels like as if you're talking to her, as if she's right in front of you. And that's what I love most about Alyssa, is that she's so authentic and she knows just how to make you happy. And she's the most sweet and loving person I've ever met in my entire life, and she is so kind. And did I mention she's hilarious? That girl, oh my goodness, she is awesome. I love her. And I am so proud of her that she's hit 150. And I can't wait to see her soon. And I'm jealous, y'all. Y'all get to see her like every day or whenever she streams. And I never get to see her. So hype her up for me, okay? All right. Love you guys. Give her the best. Bye.
Just she was like hyping me up. That like
Like,
it's like I could
love
just
it.
make that as like a stream like highlight or something and just call that like that's my channel promo.
Hype woman.
This is my oh, what is it called? Like this is my promoter. uh but yeah. So do we want to get into what fanfic we're reading today?
Yes.
Okay. So let me send it to you and then I can do
I will
this. No, no.
I will even do you a favor and put on my glasses. I
um
say that because they are currently broken and fall off my face every 2 seconds. So
fair. Um so what I also do is I have a thing in chat. So if you guys want to read along with us, you are free to. Um, I will also be linking this to the like commenting this on the account, even though it's an orphaned account. I'm still gonna do it anyways because I feel like that's kind, and I do that every time. So might as well keep the trend. Um, but so this it was either TNT Duo or Curl Nap.
hey, this is my kind of fanfic.
Yeah, that's
Oh
why
no.
this is kind of why I
Oh no.
chose
I
it.
just I just read the tags.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna get too far into it. Um, but I do kind of want to keep it the same format of what I've done past, where it's been like we can comment a bit on the piece itself. Um, like
This is
I
fine art.
what?
I said this is fine art.
um, but like I'm a writer. I've been a writer for years. I started writing fan fiction like the summer before high school. So that's been almost 6 years, but I've been writing other stuff off and on here and there. Um, so I'm kind of qualified to do this. Cozy has been watching a lot of romance movies, so that's her
Not
claim to
only
fame.
that, not only that, I am also quite prolific in the fan fiction scene.
Oh, right, yeah, you do write a bit.
I've been writing and reading fan fiction since I was 12. One of
Yeah,
oh gosh,
I
you
forgot
wouldn't
about
believe
that.
it.
I forgot about that. Ah,
It was so traumatizing for you that you blocked it out of your memory.
that was like one of our first interactions. Is you showed me that.
Oh, that was our second ever call.
Yeah. You're like, hey, do you want to see this thing? And I was like, okay. And you're like, okay, I'm gonna read it to you first before we actually do this. It's like,
And then we
okay.
never actually did that stream.
Oh yeah, we did plan to read it eventually or something.
Yeah.
Well, that could still be a thing we can do. But I think that'd be more
Yeah.
your channel rather than my stuff.
Yeah, I have to figure out what I'm doing with that.
There. Okay. So, I will be narrator. Um, do you want to be Carl or Sapnap?
I will be Carl just because I feel like my higher voice and more bubbly attitude fits Carl better.
Rude, but okay.
I mean, we're both bubbly, but let's face it, which one's more bubblegum?
Fair. Fair. So do we want to get started then? I'm here for the chaos. Yeah.
Sure, I mean, you start.
Okay. Carl Jacobs and Sapnap decide to start fake dating for views. Mood. Carl starts having dreams that won't leave him alone. Instead of distancing himself from Sapnap, he finds himself visiting him. Just saying, don't send to CCs. Fair. I'm the exact opposite. Please send me fan fiction if you write about me or like fan art if you draw me. I don't care. I want to see it. Unless it's like very inappropriate. I don't want to see that. But if it's fanfic, perhaps. Because it's not visual. Anyways. Yeah, okay, so I think we should fake date. Carl stopped listening after Sapnap suggested that. For the views, Carl. Think about it. Jesus Christ. Carl, say something.
Sure.
No, not that. Great. Okay, so what's our backstory? That's how they ended up like this. The 15-minute Discord call that ruined Carl. 15 minutes. That is not a lot of time.
No. Coming up with a fake like backstory like that, minimum 5 hours.
Yeah. Like, I think we had a plan at one point to do something, and that took at least an hour. 15 minutes would have.
Yeah.
15 minutes, they would have got a very basic understanding of it. Or they've already had this planned out, and one just went off on, like, everything that they needed to, like, get everything that was going to be part of it.
Oh yeah, these two have the person who's writing this fic has obviously never done an op before.
No. Or considered a second personality. Because, like, I
Yeah.
even have, like, a second personality that I have that nobody's talked to from here. Like, I have a second person persona that nobody in this realm was gonna meet.
I have a second Wattpad account where I post all of my fan fiction that has an entire like in-depth backstory I keep in a Google Doc somewhere.
Didn't you send that to me?
I did.
Yeah,
I
as
did, so
collateral
you
or
could
something?
Yeah, because I wanted you to read my fan fiction, which I don't think you ever did actually.
I might have not. Flashbacks to when my sister invented an entire fake friend group. Her actual friends involved in the lie, and that took months. Yeah. Like,
Oh yeah, it's
I don't like Alyssa isn't like my real name. So having like it's funny because I'm sort of open about that. And like even that I've like it's taking years to fabricate it. Um anyways, we good to keep going? Or is there anything else you want to say?
no,
Okay.
this is good.
Um a few weeks of talking and spewing ideas, Sepnep tweeted yeah, that's me. Honk Carl? Why is that? Wait. Oh, at Honk Carl. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I thought that was like the name. Anyways, and I have something to tell y'all. The comments went crazy with ideas.
At Sefna. Just tell them, oh my gosh.
Why is he doing this to himself? At Honk Carl. Fine. Carl and I started dating a few months ago. Thank you all for the support. There's a few more tweets in the thread explaining how they wanted privacy. It sounded fake.
Okay.
Show not tell.
Pause. Um if two big streamers started dating, you know they would not just say it in a tweet. They'd
No.
post like 5 YouTube videos, do a celebratory live stream, like drop hints all over the place, openly
Mhm.
flirt in like videos and streams
Oh, so like
before they
George
ever
and
announced
Dream.
it. Yeah, so like George and Dream. Although they're playing the long con.
Oh yeah. I feel like if I was to announce that I was dating my friend, I would 100% not specifically tell it at any point. I would just be like randomly like, "Hi, darling, how's it going today?" or like stuff like that, and people would be like, "I've connected dots. I've connected them."
No. You see, if I were to do it, it would be a like deep undercover op kind of thing
Oh yeah.
where I would like tell them, hey, tell the fans you're in a relationship. I won't say anything about my status, and then like openly flirt with them, and then just like basically I want to mess with people's minds.
Oh yeah. Wouldn't that be so funny of like announcing that you're dating somebody from like an ARG?
Oh my gosh! An ARG relationship. Oh my gosh, I think that would be going a bit too far.
Friends don't let friends have a boring relationship status reveal. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. If Alyssa came to me one day and said, "Hey, I'm in a relationship. I want to reveal it." I would be like, "Okay, hop in a call right now. We are making a plan."
Oh yeah. I would love to make it an ARG because that would be hilarious. Imagine how deep you
Oh,
could go with
yeah.
that. Because I feel like you could totally do the like secret hidden messages. Like I tried to make an ARG at one point, but then I gave up. Um but
I've
like it
made
will
an
come back
ARG
eventually. You did see a little bit of it. You've seen a bit of it. Sayo's seen a bit of
before. Yeah.
it. Oliver's I think seen a bit of it, but oh, and Mush has seen it, I think. Um
I made an ARG once.
ooh.
It was for a Warrior Cats roleplay group.
Sounds about right. um, but yeah, I think it'd be absolutely hilarious of doing like relationship reveal, but in the weirdest way. Because I feel like if you're a content creator, you gotta do it for the views.
Oh no, you see, I wouldn't reveal I was in a relationship until I was married for 5 years and had 3 kids. And then I would just be like, go like do a vlog one day and be like, okay, so yeah, me and the fam were hitting out, and then everyone's just gonna be like, oh my gosh, when did all of this happen?
I feel like I'd be the type that also like if I had a partner, it might also be one of those situations where everyone's like sees me tweet about them or something and they're like, "Wait, you have a partner?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
One 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 Twitch streamer went on a 2-week break, and when she came back, she revealed she had given birth, and no one had even realized she was married.
Oh my gosh. That is amazing.
Yeah, it's
But also that it sounded fake. I realized, yeah, of course it sounds fake. It took you 15 minutes.
yeah, like if you're gonna do an undercover op like this, like I said, minimum 5 hours.
Yeah. Like
Even the
even
op,
like how much they want to deal with this. Like you've got to at least put an hour in at the very least.
oh yeah, at the very least, if you want it to be a believable op, way more than an hour.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna have to be planning this thing for weeks.
Yeah. Cuz I'd also have it where s- like s- like it wouldn't also just randomly come out with that depending.
Yeah, no, and like you would definitely, if you were doing an op like this, you would definitely like drop hints before like physically announcing it.
Yeah.
Also, Carl Knapp is not my favorite ship,
Fair.
but Foolish Nap. I mean, Carl and Foolish. Oh my gosh, I remember the stream where they kissed.
They kissed on stream?
Yeah, like 3 times
Huh.
in front of Sapnap.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Wasn't there
that
also a
was-
rumor that George and Carl kissed?
It was a rumor, but I don't think it was ever confirmed.
Fair. I've heard it. I heard it was like something happened.
Yeah.
They're going to randomly announce it, at least fake an account outing, so you are like responding to allegations at least.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, this way I think is a good way to handle it in some degree. But like the I have something to tell y'all. Like, eh.
You see, if a big streamer suddenly came on Twitter and said that I have something to tell y'all, I am immediately going to assume that is a hoax.
Or they're gonna die. Like, just saying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely that
So I'm gonna
too.
tell you, I'm gonna die soon.
Although, of
Anyways,
course,
that was in poor taste.
anytime anyone ever like, yeah, I'm a tell you guys something I believe that's a hoax every time.
Yeah, fair. It tends to
Mm.
be. I mean, if it's
No.
coming out of nowhere, like with no prior hints and streaming or stuff, you need a reason why there wasn't. Pretending to care about privacy, but they're at it is an okay way. Yeah, they also mentioned that they're like, but we want to be
Yeah.
private about it. Deal with our private lives. Like, I would actually like 100%. Like in that regard, I understand, but putting it out there of like, but also we don't want to like ruin our privacy. Like, nobody
Okay.
cares.
But a real ultra gamer Chad move. Be super secretive about the relationship and then drop it on April Fool's Day.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I really hate April Fool's Day. So my plan is to, whenever anything, like if something really big happens, like I'm getting married or I'm like quitting or something, I'm straight up gonna drop that on April Fool's
Oh
Day
my
because I
gosh.
hate that day. I want everyone else to hate it with me.
Fair. Anyways, we good to continue then.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about the
No,
sorry about the
we both went off the rails.
We
Pro-
need a podcast where we just read fan fiction.
There was a thing that I considered doing, but I kind of like it being like a once in a once every milestone type of a deal. This kind of brings like a little bit of an incentive for people, you know?
Yeah.
Right. Carl set down his phone and waited for all the messages to pour in. He stood up, his socked feet patting lightly on the hardwood as he walked to the kitchen. He pulled his sweater sleeves down to warm his freezing hands, started boiling water for his tea, and picked up his phone again. Congrats, guys, this is really great. Okay, also, real quick. Why is every sentence its own
It's
paragraph?
fanfiction formatting.
Spain!
Wait. Specifically, this is Wattpad formatting.
Ew! Ew!
Also, can I just say his socked feet patting lightly on the hardwood. I have only ever heard the term padding or padded in referring to walking in one place, and that is Warrior Cats.
Not the Wattpad formatting. Well, Cozy does a lot with Wattpad, so
I write entirely on Wattpad.
yeah.
And I read entirely on Wattpad. Well, not anymore because
Yeah.
I have an AO3 account now, but I used to read almost entirely.
Oh
on
yeah, because
Wattpad.
I think I suggested you to get one, and you're like, but there's like a waiting list. I'm like, yeah, it just takes like a couple of weeks or something.
Yeah. I should also expose myself since we're on the topic of Wattpad.
Mhm.
Wattpad is the only app on my phone that has full notifications on. We're talking banner, dinging, all of it.
Oh my gosh.
The only app. I don't have it for Discord, Twitch. I would turn it off for text messaging if I could. But Wattpad is staying on.
I love that. Also, I have an issue with how like simple these sentences are.
That's also a Wattpad thing. I bet you this was ported from Wattpad, or
Yeah.
the author originally wrote on Wattpad.
Yeah, a lot of BlackRock fanfics are only on Wattpad. Fair? So read. Okay, fair.
Mm.
Um,
I also, if you hear weird slurping, that's because I have a juice box. It's fruit punch flavored.
child. My juice today is cherry flavored. It's water, but I flavor
Nice.
it.
I wanted grape flavored, but my dad grabbed me fruit punch instead.
Anyways, we get to continue.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah, juice. Yep. We're some juice girls. Anyways,
That sounds like an innuendo.
juice girls? I don't know. I don't see it. Congrats, guys. This is really great. I'm not saying the emojis, by the way. Carl Nap Cannon.
Wait, let me. Aw, pouty face. Carl Nap Cannon. There you go.
I'm happy you didn't do like ooh 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 or something weird like that.
No, these are actually pleading faces.
Fair. If you hate comments later, and the kettle started screaming, scaring him into putting down his phone. He poured himself a cup and dipped the tea bag in. Watching the color seep into the cup, his mind wandered. The warmth of the cup almost scorched his hands. He put the cup down and placed a newly warmed hand on his face. I'm having troubles with that. I'm sorry. The wording sucks. Anyways. What would this be like if it was him? He wiped his thumb over his cheek and smiled into his hand. What's going on? Did he just like get too warm of a hand and then went, this is kind of like this is warm.
Wait, no. Do you not, when you get a really warm cup of like hot chocolate, coffee, tea, or something like that, do you not warm your hands on the mug and then just press it to your face to feel the heat?
Okay, I thought he was doing that with his hands and I got really confused.
No. He
Wait,
was
yeah.
he
No,
was
I do
heating
it where
his hands
like
on the cup. He heated his hands on the cup and then pressed his hands to his face.
I feel like that doesn't like do the greatest for warmth. You know, like if
I
you're cold and like you put your hands on it, it's like it's already cold by the time you take them off.
no, the point isn't to get warm. The point is to have the nice sensation of warm hands on your face.
Fair.
I do it. I'm sorry, I understand.
Um, okay, anyways, I'll continue. He snapped out of his thoughts by a call. He smacked his hand away from his face. I just imagine just like, okay. Knocking his cup of tea on the ground.
Poop.
That's you. Oh, did
I
you already do it?
did. I
Okay.
said poop.
Oh, yeah, fair. He started trying to pick up the glass pieces, one leaving a cut on his palm. He held the wound tightly and went to pick up his phone.
Hello?
Hey, babe.
What?
What? Septa. Wait, I don't know who's... Tags, people! Tags!
Are you are you screaming?
Carl asked, holding the phone between the sides of his face and his shoulders as he walked to his bathroom to rinse his hands. Yes, sir. Chat wanted to call you. Cozy.
What? I'm so oh my gosh, I
You were
promise
not paying attention.
I was 100% paying attention,
Sure.
but I didn't even realize that was there. Oh, very considerate. I haven't heard from you all day.
Sepnap laughed on the other line. It's like 10:30 here. It's early. Carl put his hand under the sink, blood clearing, leaving him with an open cut, pink and rubbed raw. Don't like that.
I guess you're right.
Carl mumbled. His eyes lingered on the cut. Carl, you okay, babe? Carl laughed and dried his hand off.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm really clumsy though. Shattered a cup and cut my hand.
He plopped himself on his bed, covering himself under layers of his blankets. I'm sorry, Carl. Gotta go through. Oh, I've gotta go, though. Dream's calling. Can I call you later? Sapnap asked. Carl said goodbye to Sapnap in the street and to the stream and left. A bit of sunlight filtered through the window, landing perfectly across his eyes, of course. He turned over, clutching his injured hand. He lay it on his side, tracing it as he thought of Sapnap. I think this is Sapnap thought, so
Oh, so you want me
no,
to read the
Carl
thoughts
thoughts.
as well?
Yeah.
Babe. I mean, I don't hate it.
His brain supplied uselessly. He flipped over and pressed his face into the pillow, blocking all light and sound. He didn't know when it happened, but he woke up. He was underneath a tree, not vibrant green or anything. It was a sad willow, slowly swaying with the wind. What are you doing here? The voice sounded familiar, too warm and sickening, sweeter than the true owner.
I'm sitting.
He could feel his mouth move, but he knew the voice wasn't his. Mind if I join? He said, a smile evident in his voice. Dream seemed to move into stop motion speed, the colors mulling over each other as they were confused as to where they should be. Either way, they made up him. Beautiful man in front of him was made of silk. Kind creature in the shape of his friend.
I don't mind.
Man sat down and leaned back on the palms of his hands. So, what are you going to do? Makeshift Sapnap asked.
Aren't you supposed to give me advice? We came all the way here to whatever we are, and you're asking me.
Carl asked. His hands balled into fists in his lap. He felt himself tense as he heard the other man laugh. What do you want me to say, Carl? He asked, brushing the hair from his face.
I don't know.
You do. The wind twirled around them. Eyes never met.
Do you know?
Carl asked, dancing around the words he wanted to say. I know, but he doesn't. Carl nodded.
How do I always understand what you mean?
Sapnap shrugged and stood up. He offered the other man a hand.
I can't move.
He said sadly. Yeah, you can, Sapnap responded, putting down the offering. But how? Sapnap shrugged again. Oh, was that you? Oh, that was you. Whoops.
But how?
Sapnap shrugged again. He turned away. You just do. Carl woke up. The light flickering in through the blinds was gone. He was left with a full ache in his bones and a crippling headache.
I can't move.
He sat up in bed, trying to decipher his dream before he forgot it. He checked his phone. Of course, it was Sapnap. Hey, Carl, you okay? I've been trying to reach you for a while, and he didn't open the full message. He knew it was filled with Sapnap feeling guilty. He didn't want to think about him right now. It was hard to avoid him when even Carl's subconscious wanted to address the budding issue. He could avoid Sapnap forever, or he could address the problem now and fix it itself.
Fine.
Carl picked up his phone and called Sapnap. Picked up almost immediately. Hey, Carl. You had me worried, man. What happened? Carl smiled.
You streaming?
Nope, just me. Sapnap responded happily.
Nice. What do you need me for?
Carl asked, walking down the hall into the kitchen. Oh, I have an idea. I was thinking you could come to Florida for a bit. You could make some videos. Carl knew he should be paying attention to the rest of the man's plan. He was instantly filled with a mix of excitement and horrible gut-wrenching fear. It's easy to hide feelings when you're in a different state. Carl?
Oh, that sounds really great. Yeah.
I think that's also you.
What the heck are you? When?
Carl asked. Sapnap pulled up a few dates. Before Carl knew it, he had a ticket. That's okay, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure that doesn't also happen. Of just oh, we should do this. Buys ticket. Well, they were big streamers.
No. Before he knew it is the term. Like, it happened so fast that before I knew it, blank happened.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
It just feels like before I knew it, it just kind of felt like before I knew it, like, he had bought me a ticket, I was going there, we were gone. It was like, it's been only 30 minutes.
Yeah. Sounds like Love Hunt.
We need to finish that as well one day.
We do need to finish that.
I'd have to do the
Maybe
George route because I was on a different computer. I was on my laptop.
We gotta redo the whole game. I'm down for that though.
Well, I can just real quick run through the George route.
True. Or we could just redo the whole game.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
I personally love the game. I have dreams of the game, okay? Just let me be.
Oh yeah, you did tell me about that.
Yeah, I told my whole stream on my 50 follower special a while back, and thankfully no one clipped it and no one remembers.
And no one's going to remember.
Exactly, unless I am forced to tell it again.
Gunpoint?
Oh no!
Anyways, when he finally caught up, he groaned and put his head into the... Wait.
You're way
Okay, I'm
ahead.
2. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
He
Sapnap
had a
pulled up a
ticket.
few days
And then it
before
was
Carl
Carl
realized
hung
he had
up.
a ticket.
Okay, then it's Carl hung up. I'm not too far ahead. I was like a paragraph.
Yeah,
Carl hung up after a while. His
there are
brain,
no paragraphs.
well, section. His brain lagged slightly behind, still stuck on the first few moments of their conversation. When he finally caught up, he groaned and put his head in his hands, slammed his head back into the pillow, and by some incredible gift of God, he was able to fall asleep again. How? Sorry. Doubt. Um, there it was again. The sad, swaying willow. It was gray and angry. The storm brewed around him as he searched violently for safety. He tried screaming. The sound never reached past his lips. He heard a branch snap above him, and he ducked, thoughts swarming along with the rain lightly pelting his face. He started running, trying desperately to escape the rain. He slipped on the mud, failing desperately to try and catch himself. His hand caught in a rock, cutting his palm familiarly. Pulled his knees to his chest, the water cascading down his shoulders, leaving an icy trail up his spine. He sobbed, the tears spilling down his face, mixed with the rain.
Please.
He didn't know what he was begging for. He pushed the wet hair out of his face, put his face in his hands. He sobbed until he felt the air shift around him. When he took his hands away, he was sat up in bed. It wasn't his bed, but it was soft. He was surrounded by pillows, and there was an arm wrapped around his waist. He looked around, soft light filtering onto his face. Yeah, it's filtering. Light came from his side. All the panic drained from his body as he looked at the man at his side. It was Sapnap. By the way, I'm gonna be honest. I have an issue with long paragraphs, and I kind of zoned out halfway through. I have no idea what I just read. Just saying. Anyways, that's just more of a me problem, gonna be honest. Baby? He asked, his voice gruff and laced with sleep.
Hmm?
Beautiful calm washed over him, forgetting the willow. What's wrong? Pulled Carl down to the bed next to him, wrapping his arm tightly around his torso.
I like it here.
Carl nuzzled his face into Sapnap's chest. Then stay. Sapnap kissed Carl's cheek, smiling into the skin. Smiling into the skin. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. For a second, I was like, what the heck? Me not understanding how human bodies work. The whole scene was so intimate,
I can't.
Carl said sadly, trying desperately to hold on to Sapnap. Why? Carl laughed and sat up again. This time he was awake in his own bed. He sighed and laid back down.
Of course.
Carl pressed his face in his hands until he saw stars.
Of course it was Dream.
A dream.
A dream.
Of
Sorry.
course it was Dream. Wrong.
Of course
Wrong
it
member.
was Dream. Why? Dream broke into Carl's house.
That's the whole like behind the scenes of this is it's like Dream in the background being like, gotta get my friend some happiness. Get him out of the house. He
It's a
needs a
dream.
girlfriend, and this is the best I can get.
It's a dream then.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Anyways, he laid back down and pressed his face into the pillow. The rain outside his window bringing his thoughts back to the willow.
Take me back. I want to go back.
He mumbled. He checked his phone.
Oh,
What?
sorry. Take me back. I want to go back.
Fair. He mumbled. He checked his phone. Positive messages still flooding in about him and Sap. Hey, Carl, I can't believe you're coming tomorrow. Oh, yeah, this Say, coming tomorrow, I'll pick you up at the airport at. Isn't this short of notice that he's just going to Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
Those tickets were expensive then.
You should take the hint and do the same. Hey!
I might have the money for that, but no. I'm saving that money for one. Two, I'm gonna be going on a trip later this month. And three, I will be coming eventually. I told you. We just don't know the dates yet.
Not soon enough.
We'll be coming once my grandma gets better.
Okay.
And we can go to like downtown Disney or whatever. Have you ever been to like the Disney Springs?
Yeah,
Okay.
I went there for I stayed there for like an entire weekend for my 16th birthday.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because like some people like we have a water park that's like right by our house and we just have never gone to it since like I was in middle school. So,
Oh yeah, the Rainforest Cafe. Wow, brilliant.
fair.
I love it.
Have you
They
had
have
those bubble waffles?
No, but the Rainforest Cafe has some like really good chicken tenders.
Fair.
That's
My
all I
family
ate.
started getting bored of it and was like, okay. I got actually one of my favorite dresses back in the day from there. It's like this nice like
Really?
peacock dress that like it was the same as the front and the back, but it like had like this crisscross top bit that was low, um, and it like had like peacock to it. It was very pretty. Really not my style now, but like it could still probably fit in my wardrobe, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Like
Yeah.
it's a little off, but not too bad. Anyways, ready to continue.
Yes.
The message disappeared before you could process what the message had really said.
Poop.
He got up and grabbed a bag and started throwing clothes in. After a few hours of preparing the next day's tasks, he set up a stream. Also, another thing. Can't believe you're coming tomorrow. I don't. How long would a flight from Florida to the UK be? Or other way around?
What?
Isn't it like 18
Huh?
hours?
Carl lives in North Carolina.
Oh.
What? It's only like a few hours.
I'm
And
stupid.
then driving isn't much longer. So really Carl could have just taken like a prolonged road trip.
Okay, but like I'm
You're not stupid.
what? I'm gonna be honest, I legit thought Carl was from the UK.
To be fair,
He has that he has that look and the hair.
yeah, but the accent.
Yeah. He's kind
He has a very American accent.
yeah, fair.
Wait. He made videos with Mr. Beast all the time. How do you think he did that if he was in the UK?
I forgot about that. That's why. We good to move past the fact that I'm dumb.
You're not dumb. And yes, you can.
Anyways, about 20 minutes into the stream, SapDap sent him a message. Join VC? Carl laughed and joined the chat. Hey Carl, why don't you tell our stream what's happening tomorrow? SapDap said happily.
Well, I'm going to the dentist.
No. Carl laughed and pulled down the sleeves of his sweater.
tomorrow I'm going on a little airplane and going to the dumb state filled with little loser boys like Mr. Sapnap over here.
Sepnap laughed sarcastically, and a donut came in. Do you want to do extra voices?
I can do the extra voices since you're narrating.
Okay. Then this is you.
This is a dono, right?
Yes.
I need advice on how to get my boyfriend to kiss me. I'm not very good at being straightforward and asking.
Carl smiled, finding the message adorable, even likely having come from a younger viewer in their first relationship. This is you.
Sorry, my brother is texting me. That's what all the dingles are about.
Gross. Gross.
Why don't you take this one? Why don't you take this one, Sap? Well, he's asking me to teach him how to braid his hair before work tomorrow.
Braiding is pretty simple.
Yeah, but he doesn't exactly have the longest hair in the world. It goes like down to his shoulder
Was
blades.
that the same
so
brother that you sent a photo to me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So it's gonna be hard for him to braid his own hair.
Fair. Well, I've done it with short hair before. It was like 3 little loop things, but
Jasmine, I'll be right back. My cat is causing problems.
I'm gonna hang out with chat for a bit then. Let me see if I can
You do that.
pull up
Jasmine, come here.
stuff. Let me go to Twitch.
Hello, cat child. Go
It's
back to
gonna
phone now.
make things happen. Gross. Okay. We're good. We're good. Let's go to producer. Yeah, there's a lot to. There we go. Cool. The inn doesn't look too bad at the moment, so that's good. Yeah, if anyone's hanging out, how's it going? How's life? Oh, today I fixed my axolotl. Like I had like 3D printed an axolotl. It didn't really work out. But I fixed it today. So now he's working and I've been playing with him like most of stream today because he is adorable. He's a cute little axolotl buddy. Axolotl, waddles.
I am an adorable little axolotl.
What? What'd you
What?
say? What did you say?
Nothing.
Okay. We good to continue then.
Yeah, Mom and Dad told me to just lock the door.
Fair.
They have my cat. They have my cat now.
It's my line now. A big fan of making Carl turn absolutely beet red. It's very easy, honestly. It's adorable. Carl's eyes went wide at that, his hands gripping his mask. If you make him embarrassed enough, he'll look down lightly, and then you can kiss him. There was a bit of a pause before a message came in. Too far? Quickly type back.
No, it's fine. Smiley face.
Another dono came to Sapnap.
You guys are really cute together. What is your favorite thing about each other?
Also, the fact that these are coming in like at a good amount of time, totally unrealistic. There would have been like 5 while they were talking. Oh no. Carl, start us off, babe. Carl smiled, shaking, and thought through his answer.
My favorite thing about him is that, well, he makes me feel heard a lot of times. I feel like I get interrupted a lot, and he never lets other people talk over me. It's nice.
Sapnap laughed lightly. Oh, that's adorable. Carl looked away from his screen, reading the cute messages that the chat left. Well, mine is how he kind of flaps his hands a little when he gets too excited and giggles. His laugh is everything. You're doing the thoughts.
everything.
Yeah, he's quite the catch. Carl's face was bright red. And he does that stupid sweater paws thing. It's ridiculous that I find that cute, right? He opened their chat. Sapnap, what are you? Oh, that's you. I got carried away.
Sap, what are you doing?
Trust me. He has freckles. Do you know that? They're like lightly across his nose. I didn't even know if he knows it. Carl looked at the small face cam box and tried to find the freckles. He went back to typing.
Okay, man, I think you're going a bit too far. Side face, side face.
Okay. That is a wonderful way to gauge it in general, is like having a chat, being like, is this going too far? Is this going too far? Is this good? I think you're laying it on a bit too thick there, buddy. You know, stuff like that. I think that is a smart idea. Like if we were fake dating, I think we'd do that. But that's not gonna happen. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no.
Actually, I had friends who did fake dating in middle school. And then they actually started dating. You know, like how the fanfics work out.
Yeah. The closest thing I ever did to fake dating was no, I'm not gonna go to that story actually.
Did you fake date yourself?
No, I did not fake date myself. That would be weird.
So that is a yes.
No, that is a no. I'm calling it weird, okay? No.
I'm sad and lonely enough. I would probably do that.
The closest thing I ever did to fake dating was dating people on Club Penguin.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I think you've actually told me.
Yeah, I had so many Club Penguin girlfriends, and then once Club Penguin ended, bro, I was like a catch on Animal Jam.
Gosh.
I was an awful child.
Yeah, I've heard the stories.
I was respectful. I did not cheat on any of my Club Penguin or Animal Jam girlfriends.
You know, fair.
I was very nice and respectful. None of them had to listen to Taylor Swift after me, okay? Okay, let's continue.
Okay. Sapnap read the message, but continued. It's the best part of my day, honestly.
Okay, I'm muting you.
Carl said, noticing how his chat was going insane. Wait! He muted the call in his stream.
Alright, now let's play some Minecraft.
Carl smiled uneasily. Carl, get me on stream.
No.
He said, trying not to sound genuinely upset. Come on, babe.
Alright, that's it for this stream. Thank you all for coming. Bye.
He ended the stream quickly. Shouldn't call me. Oh, that's you.
You shouldn't call me that if there's no one to impress. Oh, sorry, I did a Dumbledore there.
You know what's funny is I know exactly what you mean.
Didn't put your name in the fire.
Somebody was like, if that movie could have been rated PG-13, that line should have been the one that had the F word.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let me redo that to make it more book accurate.
Yeah, go for it.
You shouldn't call me that if there's no one to impress.
Where did it go? Oh, yeah. But the name suits you. Carl put his face in his hands, turned the phone off speaker, and walked to his bed.
And all that stuff you said, that was part of the act, right?
There was a moment of silence. No, I don't think it was.
Nick, that's not funny.
I'm serious. Carl stilled, plopping down on his bed and curled up under the covers. You're beautiful, Carl.
Nick, I have to go.
Carl hung up the phone. The only thing he heard before the line ended was a quick wait. He threw his phone on the ground and shoved his face into the pillow.
Oh gosh.
Okay, what are the thoughts so far?
My thoughts are A, I love it. Classic fake dating.
Same.
B, this person has obviously never done an undercover op before.
Oh yeah, no.
Other than that, I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
Oh yeah. It's a lot better than I was expecting. I know a theme of what I do is not reading it before I do it. But this time I did read it. I did read it before we actually did it, and before I actually like committed to this. So I did read like first couple of sections just to like see the like feel of it, and I didn't hate it, so that's what I really.
And you didn't even like give me the fanfic until we were already on stream.
Yeah,
How-
that's what I do. That's what I do. I can almost guarantee. So like when I originally would do it, um, Sophie didn't have the fic until we started stream, or I think it was either I didn't have the fic or she didn't have the fic. It was kind of like a surprise, you know. All fun in that.
Next time you should let me pick the fic.
Fine.
Yay! Oh my gosh. That's gonna be so much fun.
But I think the theme we're going with is DSMP, so
That's fine.
yeah, you've got to keep in the theme because I don't think we've had
Absolutely.
one that's not. Because I
I
think it's funny.
have a DSMP one shot based on a Taylor Swift song.
I don't think I want to do like specifically ones that have been written because I haven't read any of my fan fiction on stream. So it's not going to be like stuff that you yourself written, but somebody else. Because I kind of want to like.
How would you know if I wrote it or not?
I know all your alternate account names.
You only know one of them.
Do I though?
Yeah.
Oh dang it! I was trying to bluff you.
I would know if I sent my others.
Fair. But still, it's just I want to highlight other people.
Yeah.
You know?
I get you. I was
So,
joking.
Okay. Like I just
I
want
was
to make
joking
sure.
because it's Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Yeah.
I could find another DSMP fan fiction based on a Taylor Swift song. I'm sure there's more than one.
Oh yeah, 100%. If okay, I would give you extra points if you gave me like Owl City or Half Alive or I don't know how. Like one based off of one of their songs. Like even more extra points if it's Owl City.
But why not Taylor Swift?
Why not Enchanted?
Oh, that's a good point. You can't get me wrong there. That is a good point.
Yeah. Cause that's Adam did a cover of that.
Do you want to hear a fun fact?
I think you've told it to me, but go for it.
I definitely haven't because I just figured it out today before we
What?
even got on call.
What?
So I've been doing a series of drawings where I pair a Taylor Swift song with one of my characters and then draw the character based on that song.
Mm-hmm.
And I was scrolling through her entire discography, as you do, to, pair characters with songs.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift wrote a song for 50 Shades Darker.
I feel like I've heard that song.
I don't want to live forever.
I think I
Taylor
do actually, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
That
a
does sound
TikTok song at
familiar.
one point. It was a TikTok song at one point. It She is credited as one of the lyricists of the song. There were 3 composers and lyricists, and she is one of them.
Wow.
Which, like, honestly, she's great at writing. So, like,
Fair. Well, we get to continue.
yes. Oh, there's another chapter.
There's 10 chapters. We aren't going to read all of this. We're just going to read it till it's been 2 hours or however long we feel, to be honest.
Okay.
Okay, we get to continue.
Yes.
The car ride to the airport. Is it just like the car ride to the airport? This just chronicles the whole airport. Like driving
You
to the
know
airport.
what? You know what? I have actually done something like that before, so I wouldn't put it because the entire chapter is called car rides.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay,
Yeah.
anyways. He woke up to his blaring alarm. The sun had yet to come up considering it was 3 in the morning. He groaned and sat up, getting dressed and packed his last few essentials. Grabbed his suitcase and backpack and headed towards his car. He messaged Sapna. Gozy,
I'm on my way to the airport. See you in a few hours. Smiley face, smiley face.
there was an almost immediate response. Call me. And so he did.
Hey, Sap.
He said, his voice groggy from sleep. Hey, Sapna. Voice boomed through a speaker. He smiled.
You need to go, man. It's so late. You need to go to bed, man. It's so late.
There was a hum on the other line in a creek, telling Carl the other man had gotten into bed. Carl started his car, his head still foggy with sleep.
Can you stay on until I get to the airport?
Carl asked softly through the quiet. There was a pause, returning to the comfortable silence that threatened Carl horribly. Raid? Tuesday Raid! Hi everyone, we're reading fan fiction. It's Carl Map. Hi, hello, thank you, Tuesday. How's it going? Were you doing Minecraft? We're talking to stream for a bit, sorry. We're side thing. Yeah. This is my 150 follower celebration, and for my celebrations I read fanfic because why not?
And she was nice enough to include me.
Yeah. It's a rhythm game. Oh! I've heard you mention, like, I've seen you mention it on Twitter a couple of times, I think. Yeah, thanks. But yeah, yeah. That's fun. Rhythm games are something I could not deal with. I have the reflexes for it, but not that good of reflexes. Real quick. I have. A while ago I made I did a little bit of an update to my commands, and raid as well as welcome are 2 of them. So yeah, if there's like a new person, you can do welcome, but if there's a new like if there's raiders, we can just do exclamation raid and yeah.
Woo! Fancy.
Yeah, I'm professional. Anyways, doesn't seem like there's anything else going on, so I think I'm just gonna continue.
My hair is crunchy. I think I put too much cream in it.
Yeah. I bet if you just grunched it a bit, it'll be fine.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyways, we good?
Yes.
There was a pause, returning to the comfortable silence that threatened Carl horribly.
Please?
He drove down a long road, and the only light coming from the light on the highway. Of course. 2 continued like that for a while, falling in and out of silence. Carl noted that, even though neither of them were talking, Carl could feel comfortable in it. He could melt into the silence, the faint breathing that he knew could only belong to the other man. He, even though he was comfortable in it, he knew it would be ruined soon enough. Sapnap would have to bring up the words he said last night, just in the fact that he called the other man beautiful. It could come at any moment, and it could. Sorry about last night. There it was.
It's really okay. I was just.
No, Carl, it's not. You messaged me to stop, but I kept going. I'm sorry. Carl was stunned with his words. He wanted to tell him everything he was feeling, but even though he knew it would change, there'd be shift in the air, and the comfort would leave the silence. Oh, using the real name. Ooh. Only able to use it once a chapter, though.
Yes, of course. Well, no, the last chapter used it like 3 or 4 times.
Scandalous.
I know, they broke the rule. Oh my gosh.
Well, wouldn't that be the
You
rule
know-
then if they could only use it like 3 times during a chapter?
Yeah. Also, you know how we were just talking about the Rainforest Cafe?
Yeah.
One of my friends in another group chat just put in a message about the Rainforest Cafe.
Bro, you should tell him how weird that is.
I'm going
The
to.
quonkadonk. The quonkadonk. Not clinky dink,
Yes!
quonkadonk. Alright. Are you good to continue then?
Yes.
Da-da-da-da. Where was I? Nick's voice would
There
fill
would
with
be a
pity.
shift
That's
in
it. Nick's voice would fill with pity, and he'd be gone. So Carl kept his mouth shut. But being the lovable idiot he is, that didn't last long.
It's okay, I just.
Carl started dragging out his words, trying to think them through. What? Carl said, no. Sapnap said, after a moment, his soft voice. After a moment,
You
his
just
soft
never know
voice.
when you're joking.
Carl didn't notice that the two had fallen quiet again. They had.
What are we gonna do? When I'm in Florida, I mean.
No. Say that correctly.
What are we going to do when I'm in Florida? I mean, when I'm in Florida.
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 Carl asked. Sorry, I had to.
No, it's fine.
Sapnap laughed lightly as if he didn't know what to do. Probably watch some movies. Not much you could do in the pandemic. Whatever you want, Jacobs. Carl smiled and took a hand off the wheel to rub his eye. He only had one hand on the wheel.
That
Just-
sounds great.
Just imagine, just like, he had one hand on the wheel, he took it off to rub his eye. Crashed his car.
My dad drives with only one hand on the wheel, so he's just like, oh, nope, gotta grab the wheel again.
You know what? Fair. Well, where was that? Okay. Rub his eye. Okay, then it's you. What? Give me a sec.
Sorry, one of my friends is slandering my mother?
Why would they be slandering your mother?
She said, fun fact, Cozy's mom would hate the Rainforest Cafe because they have thunderstorm noises every 20 minutes. And I said, fun fact, Cozy's mom loves the Rainforest Cafe. She thinks it's the coolest thing in the world.
To be honest, if we had a rainforest cafe where I live, I would probably be going to it like once a week.
Honestly, if it was closer, same.
Cause like, I would just be like, I'm just going to get some dessert, you know? Cause like, the atmosphere,
I
the
know, right?
rainstorm, the thunderstorm.
Oh, I loved that. I didn't know it was on a 20-minute timer, though. That's really cool.
That is really nice. I would also love it if they also had like a little bit of mist when it started to rain.
Yeah, but that would kind of get on the food, and
I
I'd like.
know, but like, still, if they could do that in like the gift shop area,
Oh no, because then they'd get all the gift shop stuff wet.
they do it to fruit, but like you do it like a light mist. You wouldn't do it like a heavy mist.
Yeah, but enough mist over a long enough period of time will get things soaked, and you don't want water damage.
Fair, fair, fair. Well, it's a good idea. We know I will never own a rainforest cafe because I'd be like water damage.
Honestly, I would hate to see those insurance bills.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. Anyways, I think you're the next line.
no, that sounds great. Do you know how much I love you? Do you know how much I wait, no, love Minecraft?
Mood.
What the heck? What the heck? Honestly, same.
Yes, I would do this. Which I love. Stuffed animals.
Do you know how much I love volcanoes?
I love that you were the first one to info dump in the info dump mush chat Discord.
And it was entirely just every volcano fact I could think of off the top of my head until I filled the word limit.
Oh my gosh. That is lovely. Anyways,
I just like volcanoes, man.
fair, fair, fair. Volcanoes are cool. Volcanoes are cool.
They are.
Alright, anyways, you get to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. Septip laughed, and he kept laughing until Carl joined in. What the honk? Sapnap laughed. His laughter slowing into his slightly until he sighed comfortably.
I'm sorry for keeping you up late.
It's all right, Carl. I haven't been sleeping very well lately, anyways. Carl hummed, silently questioning the other. I had this dream the other night, and it's been keeping me up.
Me too.
Carl paused, fidgeting with the steering wheel.
You go first.
Carl said after a moment. He stared at the white lines on the roads ahead of him to trick his mind into feeling less nervous. Also, how long is this car ride?
To the airport? Oh, some people live hours away from the airport.
I live like 30 minutes. And I'm in like the suburbs of like this like of the city, you know?
That's like 2 hours.
Well, that's because you're in the middle of nowhere.
I am not in the middle of nowhere. My town has a Monopoly game.
Okay, fair. But you're also Florida.
True.
It's like counterpoint. You're a Floridian. Yeah, like I'd think that he'd live closer to an airport, being like, because like every airport is near a major city or like the capital in some degree. So like having it where you have to drive like 2 hours, like he doesn't need to not like he must have the money to be able to live closer.
Well, yeah, there's the ability to live closer and the means to live closer, and then there's the intention to live closer.
Fair.
Also, this whole thing could take place in like 20 minutes.
Aren't you fair? Fair, fair.
I know.
Good point. Good point.
I always make good points.
All right. Anyways, good to continue.
Yes.
Okay. Da, 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 da.
So I'm sitting in this park.
Yeah. So I'm sitting in this park, and everyone's walking up behind me. Can't see his face or feel him, but I know it's you. It's like I can feel it. Carl's hands tightened on the wheel, his eyebrows furrowed in frustration. His younger man told him like he wasn't afraid, and he guessed that's why they were so different, because Carl was afraid. Angie's next to me, and I don't talk. Generally don't think I said a word the whole dream. The sky kind of shifted, and then you kissed my forehead.
Oh, oh, I kissed your forehead?
Sepnip laughed. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I'm sure your dream was a lot more normal.
It wasn't at all.
Also, I feel like this might be moving a little bit quick.
This certainly isn't a slow burn.
No. This is like we're gonna get into the meat. Like,
Oh yeah, the meat and potatoes.
oh yeah. Why is it always
Which,
meat
like-
and potatoes? Like, why is that the saying?
I don't know.
Anyways, continue.
Capitalism.
Capitalism. No, that's the answer
But-
for everything. Capitalism.
But like, there are two types of fanfics. There are three types of fanfics technically. There are the types of fanfics in which the main characters get together in chapter 1. There are the type of fanfics like this one where they get together somewhere in between. And then there's the type that I write, where you don't even meet the love interest until 5 chapters in.
Fair. We're ready to continue. We're almost finished with the chapter.
You have to read the one before my line.
Fine. Yeah, it was weird. I'm sure your dream was a lot more normal.
No, the other one. The one I'm after.
Oh, Sapnap became quiet, intending to listen to the other man.
It's this willow tree. I'm under it and I can't move. But you show up and you try and help me stand. I try and get to you to give me advice or anything.
Carl softened, sinking lightly into his chair, remembering the dream fondly.
But you don't. You sit next to me and I feel loved in the weirdest way possible. And the next dream I had was a storm. I couldn't get out of it. I kept pleading that anything would happen, and I cut my palm.
His eyebrows furrowed.
Then I woke up in bed. It wasn't mine, but you were there, and you were holding me. That was weird. I'm sorry.
Shook his head, trying to get rid of the memory. Sun started to rise. So he woke up at 3.
Yes.
Probably left, let's be generous, 5.
The sun would already be coming up at 5.
Yeah.
Let's say he's
4?
a normal person and only takes an hour to get ready, so 4.
Okay, 4. So he's at least been probably driving 30 minutes. Or it's the winter months, and he's
30
been
minutes.
driving for 15 hours.
30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, okay. Sun starts to rise. He starts squinting, his hands shaking on the wheel. It's okay, Carl. It happens to the best of us.
Go to bed, Sap. I'm at the airport.
Carl smiles, imagining the younger man curled up in bed on the phone with him. All right, Jacobs. I'll pick you up in a bit. Carl hung up and got a suitcase together, walking inside to wait for his plane. Wait, Sapnap say... Oh, wait, this is you.
Wait, did Sapnap say I kissed him in his dream? Yeah, that's what happened. Pooh.
Also, we were correct. This was just the car ride to the airport.
I knew it was. That's such a fan fiction thing to do.
So... And it's a relatively short chapter, so that does fit.
Yeah, which I mean, like every fanfic has that one like relatively
Also,
short.
this fanfic is over a year old.
Oh my goodness.
It's old.
Oh, that makes me feel old.
You are old.
I am not old.
You can drink alcohol. You're old.
Uh, you're gonna make me think like Elizabeth Bathory here. Stop.
Who? What are you talking about?
Elizabeth Bathory.
From.
She's a real historical person.
I don't know who that is.
Okay, so basically, it's contested if this ever actually happened, but she was like tried in a court of law and found guilty. Um, she was tried for killing a bunch of people, specifically young women, and bathing in their bloods to retain her youth and beauty.
Oh, I remember her.
Yeah! She inspired Dracula.
Yeah. Oh, fireworks. We got the big booms. Got the big booms. Okay.
Yeah, my family are going to the fireworks display in town on the 4th.
I don't know what we're doing for the 4th. We're probably just gonna stay in, laugh at how hysterical our dog is not caring about the fireworks. Having a dog that does not care about fireworks is so weird.
My cats all have severe anxiety, so they absolutely hate it.
That's funny. Oh, sorry. What's funny is I think my cat has a bit of anxiety, but he has like separation anxiety. So like he doesn't like to be alone.
My cats have both separation anxiety and also social anxiety, so they hate being around people, but
Fair.
they can't stand being away from me.
Fair. But yeah, we ready to go to the next chapter?
Of course.
Okay. Carl falls asleep on the plane. Wait, nightmare. Is this just on the plane?
Oh,
Oh, what's even worse is I think this is gonna
Very short
be
chapter.
just specifically the nightmare on the plane. So we might get another chapter of him on the plane.
Probably. This is a very short chapter, though.
Yeah,
I just put it down.
yeah. It is a very short chapter. So there's a good chance it's just the nightmare.
Note, shorter chapter.
Yeah.
Sad face.
Carl falls asleep on the plane. He didn't have time to let his mind wander, so sleep did it for him. Mood. Short chapter, frowny face with double chin. I have like 10 chapters written, so after all of them are posted, updates will be slower. God. Cringe. Anyways, for now, maybe a chapter or two a day. Thanks so much for all the support. Smiley face with double chin. Yeah. Hey, it was only a 2-hour flight. Carl could do that in his sleep. Yeah, anyone could do that in his sleep when you're not flying the plane. Anyways, so he did. He fell asleep in the first 5 minutes. His head pulled off to lean on the wall of the plane. He woke up by the willow, Sapnap's head on his lap. This is your line.
Hey, Sap, sorry, my friend just put a really weird message and I was trying to wrap my brain around it.
I just imagine that'd be funny if that was in. Anyway.
Hey, Sap.
He said knowingly, lacing his fingers into Sapnap's hair. He felt the other man shift and he smiled lightly.
Talk to me.
Carl said softly, seeing his thumbs across the other man's skin. Sapnap looked forward, his eyes unseeing. Is he blind now? He looked forward. Yeah, we know he's looking forward, trying to see what the other man. Oh, Anyways, what the other man was saying. He noticed the figure in the distance, and his stomach dropped. He didn't know who the figure was or what it was, but Carl knew Sepnep was scared. For that, he was scared for the other man. Carl leaned down and kissed the other man's forehead. Slowly started to stand up. The other man grabbed his hand and slightly shook his head no.
I'm going to take care of it for you, okay?
Sepnep nodded and stared at the figure. Carl. Sorry, fireworks. Carl popped his knuckles. Okay, and continued walking forward. He paused in front of the figure, noticing how the figure hadn't become any clearer. The air around the two was frigid and sharp. Carl took a shaky breath and spoke quietly.
Can you please leave us alone?
A wind blew past the two, shrieking in his ears instead of an answer.
Please, you're scaring him.
He asked harder, his angry facade slipping into pleading. The figure, despite having any facial features or expressions, looked at Sapnap. Carl felt a stabbing of protection and possession in his body and pushed the figure away.
Leave him alone!
He yelled into the void this time. The void yelled back. There were no words, just a piercing scream that shook Carl. That shook Carl, so it wasn't you screaming.
No,
Oh, your additional voices.
No, I'm the additional voices. That is the void screaming back.
Fair. Give V in here just to scream. Anyways. You know V can't actually scream. He has other people do it for him.
Huh.
Yeah. He mentioned it in one of his streams and I was like, huh. Fair. 'Cause same. He was like, hey, can you, he'd be like, if he needs to scream and he's on call with somebody, he's like, hey, can you scream for me? Anyways.
You just...
What? Cozy, what'd you say? Cozy! I think your mic is unplugged. I'm gonna just continue until you replug your mic in, or you decide that I exist again. Smiley. Okay. Carl felt a blinding anger take hold of his body. His balled-up fist hit the figure in what should have been their face. Fist came back bloodied. Wait. Am I unable to hear? Oh.
Your stream went dead.
Oh no. You went dead for a sec.
No. Your entire setup went dead.
Oh, delightful. Is it back on?
I don't know. I'm still looking at the stream. I can't hear our voices.
Let me... I think it's back.
Okay, it's back now.
Yeah, that was funny. I just thought that you failed. Good thing the recording exists.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be backup of that. Okay, anyways.
Kind of just floundering.
So were you gonna say something before I died?
No, I was listening to you talk.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Carl felt a blinding anger take hold of his body. His balled-up fist hit the figure in what should have been their face. His fist came back bloodied.
Leave us alone!
Another hit. He kept hitting until he was sure his fist was broken. When he looked up, he could feel the figure laughing at him.
Fudge you!
I love how we're making this PG-13. Well, like PG, but like 13 because of the visuals.
Well, I refuse to say any curse words on or off stream.
Fair.
So I
same.
have to make it PG.
I don't like the sound of it when I curse. It sounds weird. That's my only reason. He kept hitting until he... Oh wait, that already did that. He spat. He walked back over to Sapnap, but Sapnap was sitting away from him.
Come here.
Carl asked slowly. Sapnap shook his head. He stayed away.
Please talk to me.
Sapnap looked confused. He stood up, walked towards the figure, their hands linked together. Carl looked at him horrified. He kept his mouth shut and turned around. When he turned around, the world shifted with him. He was back in bed, same bed he was in last dream. This time he was facing the door, and arms wrapped around him, but the hands were playing with his. Carl smiled softly and let soft touches linger on the other man's hand.
I missed you.
He said, his voice slightly raspy. Missed you too? No. Sapnap trailed kisses across Carl's bare shoulders. Carl laughed lightly and stretched his legs under the warm blankets.
I think I like you like this. I'm sorry, that was a really, strange thing to read for some reason.
This is all very strange for me.
Well, not strange as in the content is strange. It's
Oh, yeah.
strange as in the formation of words in that pattern just messed with my brain.
Fair. I'll also say, do other people have, kind of control and, decisions when they dream? Like, you aren't just going with the flow of your dream?
I kind of just go with the flow of the dream, but
Okay.
whenever I dream, I have the problem of quite a bit. The dreams I remember are right before I wake up.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's common.
I remember those dreams so well because I know I'm in a dream and I know nothing in the dream is actually happening. But for some reason, I'm convinced the dream is real anyways. Like a
Same.
while ago, I dreamt I was sick and it was right before work. And I was like, I have to get up and call out for work because I'm sick. And then I was just like, I'm not sick. This is a dream.
You know what? Same.
I got so disappointed when I woke up because I couldn't call out of work.
My dreams are very weird and vivid. I even had a dream one time where I was like, something happened, and I was like, this isn't a dream, this is real. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, well, guess who's stupid now?
My dreams are so vivid. I wake up with bruises.
That's not vivid.
That's vivid.
That's not what it means. It means you hit yourself in the middle of the night.
No, it means I'm anemic.
You know what, fair? Okay, we good to continue.
Yes.
Let me quit yawning, dear Lord. Carl said quietly, still playing with Sapnap's hands. The other man hummed in response. You're not pretending to be stronger than you are. Sapnap smiled against Carl's warm skin.
You're soft.
There was quiet for a moment before Sapnap sat up. Only for you? Carl smiled and watched him leave the bed. Sapnap peeked his head out from behind the closet door and smiled. Oh, I forgot. His voice trailed off, his mouth was moving as if it was still talking.
I can't hear you, Sap.
Carl laughed. I forgot. Flight 4. Oh, this can be you. Additional voice.
Oh. Flight 4231 from North Carolina to Orlando, Florida. ...
Oh yeah, now I remember. I remember now. Oh wait. Who's talking? Oh yeah, I remember now. Flight 4231 from North Carolina to Orlando, Florida. It's now fully landed. Please take off your... I don't like how that ends. Um, and with that, he was awake, sitting in the freezing plane. His backpack nudged his foot. He sighed and stood up, grabbed his backpack, and headed to baggage claim. When he got there, he found his suitcase after a few minutes and paused. His breath stuttered when he saw a man sitting by a window. He had a light auburn hair and was wearing a black sweatshirt. Carl took a steady breath and tightened his grip on the suitcase and walked forward.
Hey, Nick!
Meow!
Meow!
By the way, for the people who haven't been there for when we start calls, Cozy has started to meow at me when they call me.
I have gotten into the very bad habit of anytime I am answering the phone, calling someone on Discord, the phone, it does not matter. Have started to introduce myself over calls with meow
Yeah,
for some reason.
yeah, I'm very aware of that.
Yeah, it's I got into a meow match the other day where we just meowed at each other for a while.
That's the warrior cats in you coming out.
You know what? It was with another Warrior Cats fan, so maybe.
It was. It was in fact what was happening at that time. You cannot change my mind.
I was sharing tongues with my clanmate, okay?
Gotta figure out who's the alpha.
No, it's leader.
What?
It's leader.
I don't know what that means.
Of course you wouldn't. You're not a part of the clan.
Yeah.
You're just a kitty pet.
I don't know what that means. This is when Cozy says words that I don't understand.
I'll be right back. I was just called.
Gross. Well, how's everyone doing? We're talking with chat now. How's everyone doing? How's life? Is everyone doing good? We'll start the next chapter soon.
She just wanted to yell me a few reminders before she went to bed.
Fair. Me, I
Lovely.
should not be also messaging wow, I'm streaming, but shh, no one's gonna know. No one's gonna know.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go say goodbye to my mom. I never did. I mean,
Okay.
good night. I have to
Goodbye,
say
she
good night.
died?
No, I'll be right back.
Yeah. I should not be messaging while I'm streaming, but reasons cannot stop me. Still need to figure out what to do. Fix that origin. So I was gonna make an origin for Marie for Origins SMP. Dimensional Origins. But it is not really working out. And I've not touched it since like a couple of days before the finale. So I've not really done much with it. I know I should. But I'm lazy. Don't really need to elaborate. But yeah, I'm just curious. Is anyone out there? You can say hi. I won't judge you. Or maybe I will. You'll never know. I could judge you hard. I'm sorry, my little axolotl buddy. Can you guys hear him?
I'm back.
Can't hear. Can you hear the craggly boy? Can you hear my little boy? My baby boy?
Yes, I can.
Ah! Anyways. Is there anything else we want to say before we start chapter 4? Because let's get through half of this. Might as well.
Honestly,
Or not.
no.
Okay. Carl gets there. They plan out the trip. Chaos ensues. Mood. I feel like that's what would happen if we met up.
Honestly, I think there would be no planning. It would just be chaos.
Yeah. Chaos ensues. Well, I feel like I'd all be like, okay, what do we want to do for this? It'd be like chaos from your part, but planning from mine.
You see, I am a very go with the flow person.
Uh-huh.
I go where the wind takes me. And if the wind takes me to um the ocean, then that is where I am going.
You know what? Would be a funny thing if we met up and the Disney Springs, because they have a Dino Build-A-Bear.
Really?
Yes, they have a Dino Build-A-Bear, and I think it's in like a volcano thing.
Oh, that is so cool.
I think we can actually have food there. So you can have like lunch
Oh,
and then dinos.
oh, me, mom, and dad saw the restaurant when we went there, but it was like there was like a long wait.
Fair. I wonder if you could get like reservations.
Probably.
We went to the Irish pub that was there last time we went.
We basically ate at the Rainforest Cafe for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day.
You know what? That's a mood.
I know.
But there's the bubble waffles that's on the. Like, I could tell you exactly where it is, like, if you showed me a map. But they're at, like, a creper, like, it's a creperie thing. And, like, it has ice cream. And if you do, like, this one specific type, you can get, like, the Wreck-It Ralph cup. I love it. By the way, one of my favorite movies is Wreck-It Ralph.
That's
you didn't
a
know that.
fun fact.
It is.
Can you guess what mine is?
Is it the Love Letters to Juliet? Or was that just one of your
No,
favorite movies?
it's just one of my favorites.
Oh, it's 27 Dresses, isn't it?
No,
Oh, then I'm lost.
Hell House LLC.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's a horror movie about
That's what I haven't
people
heard of.
who set up a haunted house attraction for Halloween, and turns out the building they chose, Abaddon Hotel, is haunted and also the gateway to hell, and also they all die.
Delightful. All my movies can be mostly boiled down to either video games or potential furry. I will not be elaborating.
Oh, did you see The Bad Guys?
Yes! Oh my gosh, I
I
love
love
that.
that
It was
movie.
so pretty. So pretty, and it was
agree.
so good. And like Richard Ayoade. Richard Ayoade. I love that he's getting into more TV show stuff, like movies and stuff. Because he was in the IT Crowd, and me and my brother love that TV show. Because like Noel Fielding and Richard Ayoade, just great. So those are like our two favorite British actors. So if we ever see them pop up in a movie, we're like, oh, that's Richard Ayoade. Wait, that's Noel Fielding. Stuff like that. It's great. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah. Anyways, I loved that movie. If that wasn't apparent. Ah,
I also loved that movie. You should watch it sometime.
Bad Guys?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's out on a streaming service yet.
Yar arg.
They are? Huh. Oh,
No.
pirating.
Hey, no, never.
I mean,
never
legally
pirating.
downloading them from the site that they are on.
Yes.
Anyways,
So,
are we good to continue?
yes.
2K chapter, they're gonna start getting somewhat longer now. That's about what it says, actually. You did it better than me. Sorry, it's so spotty with capitalization, by the way. Oh, but what do you mean, spotty with capitalization? Okay.
You're spotty with capitalization.
You're spotty with capitalization. Anyways,
I'm spotty with all of my grammar.
fair. For me, it just depends on if I'm on my laptop, well, on my tablet or phone, or if I'm on my computer.
You're talking to the person who will, in the exact same sentence, switch from putting an actual number and then spelling it out 2 words later.
Fair. Fair. Anyways, I'm going to continue. Carl tried to think past the nerves and excitement. Man by the window stood up, ran towards him with his arms wide open. Carl smiled and hugged the other man tightly. So good to see you, Carl. How was the flight? Sapnap said, a large smile still plastered on his face.
It was fine. I slept through the whole thing.
Carl picked his bag back up and followed Sapnap back to his car. Have any more of those dreams? Sapnap said, smile evident in his voice. Carl froze, his face red. Sapnap paused. Whoa! He laughed awkwardly and loaded Carl's bags into the car. Well, just kidding, Jacobs. Two were in the car, and Sapnap handed his phone to Carl. Spotify opened. Pick some music, he said, starting the car. Carl hesitated before typing in his song choice. The music flooded the car. Of course you liked Cave Town, Sapnap laughed. She traveled down the highway. I love that Carl has not said a word for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here like, yes.
It's like tempted. Like, is he gonna say? No, he's not. Is he gonna? No, he's not. Okay.
Is this my line? No, it's not.
I think he doesn't have a line for a very long time. Dear Lord. Okay. He looked over at Sap. Wait. Okay. Sapnap took a sharp turn, jolting Carl in his seat. He looked over at Sapnap. The man's leg was resting on the side of the door. He had one hand on the wheel and the other drumming lightly on the window.
Horrible driving technique. Really, Sap?
Carl held onto the overhead hook by the door. I've never crashed once, Sapnap bragged, turning into the music. Okay, also, this would also happen if you came here. I'm not a terrible driver, but I'm kind of a bad driver. Like, I'm not a great driver, but, like, I feel like more than once I should have hit something or crashed.
You see, this would definitely happen if you came here because, not to brag, I've never crashed a car.
You've never driven a car.
At the same time, I don't even have my license.
Yeah.
And it's a lie. I have driven a car.
But still, you don't have your license. You're not allowed to say if you're a good driver or not.
I've driven a golf cart and a go-kart. And
that's a bit different. That's just a tiny bit different.
One of those tiny Barbie Jeeps that you give to children.
My gosh, I had one as well.
I never had one.
You never had one?
I stole the neighbors.
Yeah,
No,
my
okay,
grandpa
okay.
had one, so when we'd go over there, I'd have that one.
For context, I was like 7, and my mom babysat the neighbors' 2 girls, and so I became friends with them, and they always forced me to be their chauffeur. I did not steal their tiny Jeep. For context, I was just their chauffeur.
I love that. Okay. We get to continue. Yeah. Sapnap bragged, turning up the music. Feeling sick of myself. I think I'll try to be someone else. Oh, this is a song. Can't be hard to paint a person. In my head, creative version, the parallel. Carl stared at Sapnap. What?
You know what?
What?
So true.
I don't understand music lyrics, I'm gonna be honest.
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Feeling sick of
It's
myself.
like our
Think I'll
underscore
try to
op.
be someone else. Can't be. Oh, fair.
It's just our op.
Yeah. Carl stared at Sapnap, trying to gauge his reaction to the song. Lyrics meant the world to Carl, more than he could explain to himself. Pull my head out of the sand, try as hard as I can. Guess I must be satisfactory. Said you love me exactly the way I am, and you know I find it hard to understand. Pay a visit to the doctor, because I have. Sapnap broke out singing the words in the loudest voice he could. Sweet! I don't know the lyrics, so I'm just gonna guess. I'm gonna be honest. Sweet tooth for you, I'm awake. That does not make any sense. Carl laughed, covering his mouth with his sweater sleeve. Oh, that's still me. The sugar went straight to my brain. I'm sorry. Uh, his voice, his loud singing seemed more deliberate now, Carl noted. He's still going. I don't know the song. I'm sorry. Do you know the song?
No, I only listen to Taylor Swift.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna pull it up and then mute myself. Because the thing is, the Sweet Tooth I know is Scott Hellman.
I have this song up right now.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna listen to it first before I butcher trying to sing it. If this Amazon commercial would stop. Okay. Because I've never heard this song. Okay, why haven't I heard this song? This is my vibe.
I have before. I've heard it before, but I only listen to Taylor Swift, so.
And this was like the lyrics are the first this. By the way, you guys can go listen to it as well. Well, I'm trying to figure it out. Sweet tooth for you. I'm away.
I'm just kind of vibing to the
Away.
music in my
A
head.
sugar went straight to my brain. I'm gonna not do that part because I'm gonna be honest. I do like the song. We'll be adding it to one of my playlists. You're gonna have to guess which one. I feel like a kid. I double tap my chest with my fist. That sounds weird. Carl squinted his eyes, looking at Sapnap. The other man's eyes dangerously set on the road. Why is it dangerously?
I will dangerously look forward at the road.
I will
where
dangerously
look.
keep my eyes on the road.
I will dangerously be responsible now.
Yeah. I like you. Sapnap loudly sings. The singing voice had simmered down to almost a hum. His voice was soft and calculated. Say it back. Carl intentionally cursed himself for picking this song. Panicking while looking at Sapnap. Did the other man think the words the same he did? Did he? You hungry? Sapnap asked, turning down the music a few notches and opening his phone to Google Maps for Carl. That is very dangerous, by the way, and minorly illegal in my state. By the way, this is your bed. Or was it actually me? Pick somewhere. The two went over their options and settled on Taco Bell. I don't know who's saying that.
I don't. I think I am, but that was just my mind just completely broke there for a second. Sorry.
Fair. I'm just gonna continue because
Pick somewhere.
the two went over their options and settled on Taco Bell. They got to Sapnap's house and ate.
What do we have planned for tonight, Sap?
Carl asked, taking a drink of his Baja Blast. I was actually thinking we could do a run stream. Kind of wanted to teach you how to do it, Sapnap said, scrolling through his phone.
That sounds great, actually. I've never done one before, and I've always wondered what the hype around it was.
Carl grabbed his backpack and threw away his trash. Sapnap followed him upstairs, two making light conversation. To be honest, I would also consider that flirting if somebody's like, hey, let me teach you how to speed run a game.
Okay, let me write that down in my pink fluffy notebook.
I'm curious why. Why do you need to know this information?
The notebook is locked. I can't write it down.
Okay, I've seen this one thing on Facebook where they took like two wrenches, like like the classic wrench look, that has like the claw, and they took two of them and pushed them together and it broke it open.
It's a Claire's notebook.
And
you just tug on it real hard and it'll open itself.
Okay, fair. Good point. But now I'm worried why you're writing that in the book.
I found the keys.
Oh, you did?
Yes. It's a cute little unicorn. It's white and blue.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
But you've not answered the question. You've not answered the question. Why are you writing in the notebook?
Okay, so I'm gonna put the lock back on that. Can't have anyone seeing that.
Because he's not gonna answer. And now I'm scared.
Look. You always have to, write down tips and tricks every once in a while.
But like, that's just me though, and I'm worried why you wrote that down, because that's something more like aimed towards me, because I don't know if anyone else would count that as like flirting.
Look, you're both epic gamers, and you know what? If someone told me, "Hey, yo, want me to help you practice, speedrunning?" I would be like, "Who? Why are you flirting with me?" So like, we're both epic gamers, and if I want a gamer girlfriend,
who doesn't?
Exactly. I have to pull out all the stops and think what would woo me, because I'm an epic gamer girl.
Fair. There's a point where I was like, I want to be able to like fight Dream for no reason. I was like, I just want to fight Dream.
I have enough energy where I will either fight God or become God. Whichever comes first.
Fuzzy rocks.
I know, I saw them.
Fuzzy rocks. Sorry. In the Mush friend chat, we've got an info dump channel, and somebody's info dumping about rocks right now, and they just sent fluffy rocks.
Fluffy.
They are fluffy rocks. Anyways. For some reason... Oh yeah, that's perfectly. For some reason, Carl could feel a weight on his chest, as if something was going to happen. He shook it off and followed Sapnap into his guest room. Simple bed in dusk with a lamp, a few things covered the walls. Carl put his backpack down and sat on the bed.
When do you want to stream?
Carl asked, flopping down on the bed, his legs dangling over. Sapnap joined him, laying about a foot away from Carl. Whenever you're ready, Jacobs. The two laid in silence. Carl turned slowly to look at Sapnap. Sapnap stared at the ceiling and then sensed Carl's eyes on him. Turned to look at Carl. Carl's eyes widened and then he laughed. Sapnap joined. That was a very simple conversation. Like, simple, like, couple of lines. Like, come on.
And Carl had basically no line.
Yeah. Anyways, laughed. Sapnap joined in. Laughter slowed down. It left the two looking at each other in silence. It's dark out, Sapnap noticed. Looking out. No shit, Sherlock. Looking out the window past his friend, Sapnap scoffed and picked up his phone and shoved it in Carl's face. Bright light filling up the almost fully dark room. Oh, wait, that was you! That makes no sense.
Yeah, no.
Why would we assume that? Oh, well, we're just gonna go with it. No shit, Jacobs, it's 10:30. Carl laughed and shoved him off. His eyes closed as he curled up closer to the warmth of Sapnap. Before he knew it, he had drifted off to sleep. What are you doing?
What do you mean?
Carl said, backing away from Sapnap. Okay, also,
Oh,
wait, did you not mean? Like, did you actually not read that?
I lost track of where we are because I put in the chat forbidden marshmallow.
What's funny is that when you said, what do you mean? That was the exact word that was next.
Wait, really?
Yes!
Oh.
Perfectly timed. Uh-oh.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Yeah. Let's say that. Okay, also, so, let's say, so we got up at 3. Went to work, well, went to the airport at like 4. Probably got to the airport, let's be nice, 5:30. So let's say his flight, let's be generous, his flight was at 8. Then they got into, like, he came there at like 10-ish. Because it was said it was a 2-hour flight. They got Taco Bell. So let's give that about, let's be nice, the drive, everything. It's about 1 o'clock. Are you telling me that they laid in bed for 9 hours?
You don't?
Just lay in bed for 9 hours with your homie?
Alyssa. If you were to just hang with your homie for 9 hours, like scrolling through TikTok and on your phone and stuff, why wouldn't you lay in the bed?
Because there's probably a chair. Or like the thing is they don't even say that. They're not even like chilling. They look up at the sky and then they laugh. Well, they look up at the ceiling, then they laugh. Then the laughter slows down and it's dark out.
Yeah, but they could have been like on TikTok or something.
Okay, let's be kind. Let's say he woke up at 3. You know what would be funny? Let's say he woke up at 3 p.m.
You know what? I wake up at 3 p.m., so.
I feel like a lot of people do. I don't. I wake up 9:30-ish. Okay. Anyways, we get to continue.
Yes.
You're going to slip up, Carl. I know. Sapnap grabbed his arm roughly, dragging him under the shade of the willow. Cozy.
I lost my spot again. I have a big screen.
Rude.
Okay. What do you mean, Sap? You're scaring me.
Sapnap let go. Carl rubbed at the bruises that were left on his arm. Got bruises that quickly? You're going to screw up. You're going to tell him, and it'll screw you up forever. Carl, you're gonna screw up. Sapnap growled. The words filled with venom. Carl's eyes were crowded with tears. Clouded with tears. Hey!
I'm looking. How did you get there?
What do you mean?
Stuff. I'm going to tell him, I promise.
Sapnap cut him off by slapping him across the face. Slap jolted him to his core. Carl stumbled back, tears finally spilling over his eyes. You're always doing crap like this. You make yourself the victim of this imaginary game you play with yourself. Guess what, Carl? He's never going to love you. And I'm not him. After he said that, the face slowly shifted into that of the shadowed man Sapnap had linked arms with only a few dreams prior. Few dreams? Don't you mean a dream prior? Anyways. It's all a game he's playing. He doesn't love you. Cozy! Stop being sociable.
Sorry, I did say it. I was just
Okay.
muted because I was eating Cheetos.
Sure, that's what they all say.
I will send a picture. I'm eating Cheetos, and I didn't want you to hear the crunch.
Okay, fair. I'll let you have that. Carl begged, putting his hands over his ears. The yelling of the shadows wailed around him. It spun, it pierced every part of his body. Then it stopped. The clouds parted, and Sapnap was in front of him. He looked soft in the light, but his eyebrows were furrowed. Carl? Voice is soft, too real.
Stop.
He
No,
said,
stop.
yeah, you're doing another Dumbledore.
I did a reverse Dumbledore.
True. Reverse Dumbledore. I'm gonna put Dumbledore in reverse. So the card I got for you was a Dumbledore in reverse. You could probably do Harry Potter tarot cards. There probably is Harry Potter tarot cards. Anyways,
Definitely.
he said harshly. He didn't trust anything that was going on anymore, convinced everything around him was going to hurt him, or yell at him, or... Carl was in Sapnap's guest bed. The room was dark. Sapnap was still there. There was 3 things Carl realized when he woke up. 1, Sapnap sounded adorable when he was just woken up. And 3, the worst of all 3, Carl was crying. Full on crying. His face blotchy and red, gasping on sobs.
Fudge.
Carl sat up, breathing faster than he thought possible. What's wrong? Sapnap's voice was distant. He heard how it was filled with worry and scolded himself.
Ah.
He sobbed. He got up and ran his hands through his hair, frantically wiping away his tears. He always thought he had been an ugly crier. So he hid his face in his hands. Carl, please talk to me. The other man asked softly. Not having moved from his spot on his bed, Carl wiped his face again, sat down on the bed. I'm sorry, he said quietly.
Don't
Oh.
apologize.
Oh, wait, no, other way around.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He said quietly. Don't apologize, Sapnap said, moving his hands to try and touch Carl. Carl flinched away. He stopped. Talk to me when you're ready. I'll be here. 2 sat in silence, side by side. Carl got his breathing calmed, occasionally hitched, but overall he was calmed. His sobs had slowed until he was left with a feeling of dread about the talk he was about to have. Sapnap put a hand over his mouth. You say I'm sorry, I'm going to kill you, he said, faking anger. mood. I would do that. The
Oh,
hand. What?
you're gonna do that a lot with me. I apologize compulsively.
I'd just like slap him and be like, stop. Um, the hand was gone from his mouth, and he couldn't help but smile. Two sat in silence for a moment more before Sapnap spoke up. What happened, Carl? Tried again, making sure to use a soft voice.
Nightmare.
Carl said softly, hating the way he sounded like a child. Sapnap gave him a soft look, looking sad at him, but expectantly, as if he wanted Carl to talk more. So he did.
I was back at the Willow. You know, the one I told you about. And you were there, you were yelling at me, you hit me, and it just.
He started crying again, overwhelmed by the talking and the lights. It was a mixture of everything around him. Then there was a steady hand on his shoulder, stopping him from panicking more. Then rubbed small circles in his back again. On the man's back. That's it. It's words. It's all right, Carl. I get it. Those dreams. Really scary. He looked forward at the wall, as if he was remembering his own nightmares. What do you think the willow means? Sapnap asked innocently. Carl knew he was just as curious as he was. Carl wanted desperately to know. What is it? I think this actually... What it all meant. Oh yeah, that's me. And Carl wanted to know what could possibly have made his friend like this.
Not sure.
Here, Sapnap pulled out his phone, looked up what it meant. Carl looked down at the page, his stomach filling with butterflies. Hope. Page read it was a steady hope, stability, healing, safety, home. Carl wondered when he would feel safe in his nightmares, in his own head. Sapnap looked up at him. So, why do we always meet there? Sapnap asked. A shit-eating grin on his face, evidence in his tone.
You make me feel safe.
Carl couldn't help but say. He felt the need to hide, but Sapnap sitting there, looking at him so softly, with him rubbing circles on his back. It was hard to lie. Sapnap took his hand off his back. Carl intentionally panicked, rushing to apologize. Then Sapnap hesitantly grabbed his hands. That's sweet, Carl. Carl was stunned, paralyzed, while staring at Sapnap.
Sap.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Carl started, not sure if he was going to spill everything he was feeling to the other man, or he was going to screw it up. But his phone interrupted whatever he was going to say.
Honk. Gotta go. It's Chris.
I feel like you would say honk if you got a message or something.
No, I say fudge.
Fair. Carl stood up, walked out of the room, leaving Sapnap stunned and wide-eyed. Carl closed the door behind him, walking a little further down the hall, making sure he was out of earshot.
Hey,
Now you're
Chris.
talking to yourself.
Oh, hey, Chris. What's happening? Nothing. Just missed you. How are things with Sapnap?
He asked happily. Carl grimaced, rubbing his forehead. He responded responded.
A little rough, not gonna lie. I had a nightmare and woke up crying.
He said, ending the sentence with a laugh.
By the way, why didn't you tell me you started dating? You didn't even tell me you were LGBT. We could have been LGBT buds.
I'm sorry, nobody says LGBT, they say gay. Or queer. Like,
I know, right?
like, I've never heard somebody refer to a person as LGBT in, like, that kind of friendly regard. It'd be like, you're gay too? We could have been gay buds. We could have been queer buds. He said, obviously smiling behind the phones.
We were not.
Carl said awkwardly.
Oh?
Chris asked. Carl nodded, knowing Chris could see. Yes, let me just nod on the phone. He's gonna know what this means.
For the views, man, for the views.
Chris busted out laughing.
You're insane.
Chris said, pausing to let Carl continue talking, explaining the situation he was in.
I love him.
Carl said, leaving Chris silent.
Oh.
Was all Chris said. Behind the phone screen, Chris's eyebrows furrowed, and he smiled sadly.
Oh gosh, Carl.
Carl nodded, smiling lightly at the ridiculousness of the situation.
I had to scold my cat, sorry.
That's not on the script.
You can't let the fake dating continue.
Chris said, trying to help his best friend.
But seriously.
Chris said, cutting him off.
I love you, Carl, and it'll hurt if you keep going like this. You're my best friend, and I've gotta look out for you.
Carl smiled, despite feeling horrible.
I will. But I can't do it now. I would really make the trip weird. I'm gone in 2 days. I'll do it then.
Chris kept him on the phone for a few minutes longer, talking about anything. Weirdly, it soothed Carl's nerves being on the phone with his best friend. But a baby crying in the background cut off the two.
I've gotta go. Good luck.
The man hung up the phone before Carl could respond. Also, Chris. I don't know who Chris is. I'm assuming he's in public and there's a child screaming. I'm assuming that is wrong, but I like the thought that a baby was crying. Is like, oh, gotta leave this call.
It's an omen.
Like, yeah, me too. I would also leave if somebody was crying.
Not just a baby, just anybody. Just like, I heard the faint cry of a seagull in the distance. I have to go.
I would do that to get out of a phone conversation. Like, yeah, I can hear my, alpaca crying. I don't have an alpaca. I have a stuffed one.
Oh, I think the black magic worked and my stuffed unicorn is alive now. Gotta go.
Oh, the black magic is working. It's crying now. I gotta go. Bye. Okay. Oh, I don't even remember where we're at. Collecting his thoughts. Okay, we're there. Carl sighed, collecting his thoughts before he spun around and walked back into the room. Where Sapnap at? Sapnap sat. I thought it was just like Sapnap at. I was like, weird. Okay. When he walked in, he felt horrible looking at the younger man. Wasn't he older though? I don't know what this. I don't know what this is referring to, but it's fine. How his hair was messy because of how long he had run his hands through his hair. His leg was bobbing up and down anxiously before he looked up to see Carl holding his phone.
It was Chris. Nothing important, just wanted to see how I was doing.
Carl said awkwardly. Sapnap pondered a response. He patted the space next to him. Carl sat down. Two that were not streaming in the night. Two fell silent. Right, your first day here, you had a panic attack and researched willow trees. Sapnap smiled. Carl laughed, shook his head.
10 out of 10 all the way, Sap.
This is you.
Oh, I didn't realize I was going to continue. Sorry. Carl
Yeah, I
doesn't
didn't
get
even know
lines
anyways.
in
Yeah, it's weird.
I'm going to lay down.
Carl said awkwardly, gesturing towards the bed. Oh, I'll leave.
No,
Carl said louder than he meant.
I mean, you don't have to if you don't want to.
Sapnap smiled and opened arms wide, welcoming Carl. Carl walked over and coughed awkwardly. What? He looked over in his suitcase.
I want to get into pajamas.
Also, like, the walked over. Like, I just imagine Sapnap has his arms open, and Carl walks over and coughs to his chest. Oh, I think that's funny. Sapnap laughed and stood up. He held his hands defensively, said, all right, I'll come back after I get mine on too. Why is it weird that I'm just assuming that guys actually just sleep in whatever they had in the morning? Like, they just woke up and like, this is what I'm gonna sleep in tonight.
My brother does that, and it's the most disgusting thing in the world.
You know what, fair? That was a good point. Oh. Give me a sec. Ah. Where was I? After a while, there's a knock on the door. Can't answer. Cause
Wait, is that
after a while,
Carl?
there was a knock on the door.
Come in.
He said, holding the shirt he had been wearing that day. Aw, you're so cute, Sapnap said, walking over to Carl. Carl, of course, was wearing pajama pants with cats on them, an old Star Wars t-shirt. That fits. Sapnap in loose sweatpants and a white t-shirt.
Shut up, they're comfy.
He said, his face flushed. Sapnap laid down and pulled out his phone. After a moment, he stared up at Carl and opened his arms like he had before. Carl rolled his eyes and walked over, pulling up the cover so he could slide next to the other man. First thing he noticed was the warmth. He smiled and shifted, trying not to touch Sapnap, but instead of keeping the distance like he wanted to, Sapnap rolled his eyes, wrapped his arms around Carl. Words. The man held his phone screen in front of the two and mindlessly scrolled through TikToks. After a while, he shut off his phone and nuzzled his face into the crook of Carl's neck. He didn't plug in his phone. He's not charging his phone overnight. He's sleeping with his phone?
My outlet is right next to my bed, so I plug it in and sleep with it. So
Like, fair, but like, I sleep with my tablet, but that's because it sleeps in the stuffed animal section. Well, I sleep in like the normal section. Yes, I have two separate sections. Cozy has seen my pile of stuffed animals in my bed.
I used to have sections on my bed as well when it was up against the wall, but I've since moved it to the middle of the room. So now if I have two separate sections, all the stuffed animals are just gonna fall off.
Yeah, that's why I have to have it up against a wall, is because I have stuffed animals that I want to have up. Or else I'd
Yeah,
probably have it at like a corner.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of putting my bed back in the corner so that I could do that.
Yeah, you should.
I'm
You
going
should.
to.
Anyways, Carl tried to relax. He tried to calm his thoughts. He ended up feeling guilty. He didn't want to take advantage of the young man. He didn't want things to change, but it was so warm, and his hands were always so cold. So he let himself shut his eyes. Just for a moment, Carl thought. In the back of his head, he knew he was lying to himself. Before he knew it, he was awake. Well, he was asleep. I read ahead. When he woke up, soft light was skimming through the blinds and on his face. Wake, Jacobs, the gruff voice behind him said softly. I think that's where I'm going to end it. We've been doing this for 2.5 hours.
Oh, I didn't even realize we were going that long.
Yeah.
You're gonna stay on
Nice.
call with me after we end, right?
Sure.
I want to show you my hair.
Okay. But yeah, let me end this. So I will kudos this, and then once I have the thing up, like the VOD up and ready, I will post it to this, like the first chapter of this. So if anyone wants to eventually come back to it, or if people come back to it, that's me. Hi, I'm sorry. Uh, but it also says mild sexual content, so I don't want to get too far into it. But yeah, that's where I will be leaving it off. Well, we'll be leaving it off there. Chapter 4, there's 6 more chapters, so I encourage you to go continue reading it. Because, like, this one had more just, like, general, some verbiage things that were funky. Um, I thoroughly enjoyed it. What is your thoughts, Cozy?
I also thoroughly enjoyed it, despite me being a space cadet in the end.
No worries.
I did thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah. I was actually worried when like, finding that there's only 2 under DSMP and, a fake dating. But yeah, this was actually a pretty good choice. This was pretty good.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll have to get a good story next time.
yeah, you will. You will have to. But that will do it for tonight. Tomorrow I don't know what I'll be doing. I think I might appear in other people's streams tomorrow with, Meet Cute, summer, no, beach episode. Meet Cute summer, beach episode is happening tomorrow. Um, at 2 Eastern, if I'm correct. Um,
Yes.
so I'll be there. I don't think Cozy's gonna be there, but I'm gonna be there.
There is a possibility I won't have internet, so I might not be there, but I might make a surprise entrance like the belle at the ball or something.
Yeah.
Cinderella moment.
I made my skin today in like 20 minutes. Um, so that exists. Um, yeah, is there anything else you need to mention?
I've got nothing.
Alright. Well, give me a sec. So it's been lovely hanging out with you all, my lovely, lovely, lovely flowers. Oh, wait. We want to raid somebody. We've got 3 viewers. Do we want to? Do we not want to? Okay, if we don't want to.
We could. Do you know anybody?
No. Wait! Ruined End! Ruined End
Who?
is streaming. He's in Mush's stuff, but he also, joined DOSMP.
Oh, do it.
Hey, he's got 6 viewers, so yeah, we're gonna do that. So say hi to Ruined End for me. But it's been lovely hanging out with you all, my lovely, lovely, lovely flowers. Say hi to
Bye.
Ruined End for me. See you all later.